Hey guys, so for today's video, I am actually going to be showing you what I would repurchase if I had lost all my makeup. I really hope that doesn't happen. I have a lot of money invested into makeup, so if you would like to see what I repurchase and what I recommend, basically, then just keep on watching. So I have a couple of options in each category, and then I have some like honorable mentions that you can't really get anymore, I don't think, or they were limited edition or whatever. So we're going to start off with primers. So for the first primer, I would actually repurchase the Tatcha Silk Canvas Liquid because it is one of my favorites and one of my most used. And then I would repurchase the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. I use this every single time I do my makeup and it just works wonders for me. So I would repurchase those two for primers. And then for foundation, I would definitely repurchase the Pat McGrath foundation because it is very lightweight. It is actually not a full coverage. It just kind of covers and evens out the skin, and it is the one that I always travel with. So I would have to have this back in my collection if I ever ended up losing all of my makeup somehow. And then I do have an affordable option, which is the e.l.f. CC Camo. This is full coverage, and I am actually wearing it today on my skin. I did have this back in the day whenever it first released, and then I used it all up and I just never repurchased it. So I actually just repurchased this like a couple days ago. And then for concealer, I would stick along the lines of the Pat McGrath as well because it is full coverage and it works really well with the foundation. And I do like traveling with this one and the foundation as well. And then for a more affordable option, I did choose the NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer. I actually just got this, but I do love it. I'm wearing it today, and I actually wore it yesterday as well, and it wears really well on my skin and doesn't crease as bad as most concealers do. Right along to bronzer, blush, and highlight. My bronzer would most definitely be the Patrick Ta bronzer because you do get a cream option and a powder option. So you do have two options. You can use them together, you can use them alone, you can do whatever you want with them. You can build it up. It's very sheer, or you can make it not so sheer, and it works really well with my skin tone. This is in the shade She's Statuesque. So, and then I also do recommend this for the Sephora sale that's going on right now as well. And then for a very bougie option, I did choose the Gucci bronzer. It is one of my favorites. This is in the shade 1. I don't talk about this much because it is very pricey, but if you do want to pick it up, you should during this sale as well, because you do get 10, 15, or 20% off depending on your tier. And then for blush, I have a very affordable and a pretty in between, but I do have the Patrick Ta blush as well, and I do have multiples of these. I have like 3 or 4 of them. So I have this one in She's Blushing, which I have on today, and then I have this one in She's Vibrant, which he just came out with. This one was my first one, Do We Know Her? And it's more of a coral, and so it would be very pretty for summer. So literally like any of these blushes would be great. This one's She's Vibrant, so it's very, very pink. And then the one I'm wearing is She's Blushing, so it's a neutral nude, like mauve type. And then for powders, I would actually repurchase my Charlotte Tilbury powder. This is my first one. I do have a backup because I did hit pan on it, and I did pick one up during the sale as well so that I would have it whenever I did run out. But this is just a great powder for under the eyes, around the pores, really anywhere. And then I do also use the Huda Beauty in the shade Cupcake. And so this one is really good for more full coverage days. And then moving to highlight, this is my absolute favorite highlight. I actually do not own very many other highlights other than this one, and then the one that I'm about to show you, which is the one in the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. So you do get this highlight, and then you do get this bronzer as well, so you do have another option of a bronzer, but I would pick this up for the highlight. And then this one is actually the Lila B Glisten and Glow Skin Illuminator, and it's what they consider like their little pebbles. And so I do recommend this one and any of the other shades that are on Sephora as well. And then for my lower end blush, I have the blush by Essence in the shade number 40 Beloved. I love this blush. It is so nice and so easy to wear, and it just goes literally with like any look. So if you ever need a blush to just throw on, this is like $2.99. And then an honorable mention of blushes is the Rare Beauty. I only own one, but I want to pick up more. This one's in the shade Joy. These are very pigmented and go a long way. And you can also double this as a cream eyeshadow if you ever wanted to do that as well. I've done that once and it looked really nice. Alrighty, so for eyeshadow palettes, I love anything Natasha Denona. So these are the minis that I have. I also have the bigger 5 pans. I also have the midi sizes, and I have the bigger ones, the $125 one. And then my husband surprised me and got me the biggest one, which is the green brown, which I need to use this on my channel at some point. But literally any of her eyeshadows, because her formula is just bomb, and I recommend it to anybody and everybody who asks what type of eyeshadow or what type of, you know, what a good brand would be for eyeshadows. I always say Natasha, or I would choose any of my Pat McGraths. So this is 3 of them. I actually own 7, well 9, because I have the 2 holiday ones, but I own 7 of these tin pan motherships. So literally like any of these would be great. This one is missing, I know, the shade that everybody loves. Whenever I was traveling here, it busted, so mine doesn't have it. And then I do love this one for a more wearable option. And so those are the ones that I mean, those are the 3 that I recommend. So that was the Mothership 6 Divine Rose, 7 Divine Rose 2, and 9 Utopian. And then I would most definitely repurchase my Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. It is my travel palette that I go everywhere with. And then I just take a like eye topper. So like one of the ones from Auric, which I have Temper right here. I normally travel with this one as well. Or I would take one of my Jaclyn Hills. This one is North Star. And just for like a glitter option. You can also use your highlight for just a glitter option if that's what you want, or you could do an all matte eye. It just depends on how you feel. And then the last one I recommend and would also repurchase is any of the Patrick Ta, which this is his newest one, the Rose. That's actually what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I just did a look on it not too long ago, and I feel it works really, really well, and it would be a very good travel palette. And then this one is his first one. And then you do get these two creams as well, just for like fun options of anything of what you would want to do with your eyeshadow. I use them to like wing out, or I use them as a base, or whatever I want to use it for that day. And then lips. The lip liners would be definitely Charlotte Tilbury. I have 3. This one's Pillow Talk. This one's Super Size Me. And then my absolute favorite is Iconic Nude. And then I do also recommend the Patrick Ta, which I have She's Humble. And then I also have another one, the other light one. I don't remember what it's called. But he actually just restocked those on his site not too long ago. And then lipsticks, any Charlotte Tilbury, I recommend. This one is In Love with Olivia. I also have Runway Royalty, which is like a nude option. And then Supermodel, which is also a nude option. It's a deeper nude. And then my favorite, which is Very Victoria. It's also a nude. And then for gloss, definitely the Patrick Ta gloss. And then I do have brows and an eyeliner, because I don't really wear eyeliner, but I am throwing one in here in case I ever want it. But definitely the brow pen from Benefit. And then I just picked this up, the Kosas, and it came with these 2 as well, the gels. So I recommend all 3 of these, and I would also repurchase them if I had to. And then the Nabla Cupid's Arrow pencil, like eye kohl, I would also recommend. And then I only have 2 mascaras I would recommend. That's the Rare Beauty, because it is a tubing mascara. And the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes mascara. So those 2 I would definitely repurchase if I had to. And then I do have a few honorable mentions, which is any of the Charlotte Tilbury wands. This one is the medium dark contour wand, which I just purchased the fair medium because I want to see how it works with my skin. And then the spotlight wand, which is the highlight, and I actually just purchased the pink gasm because I really want to see how it works as a blush. I do have this beauty blender puff, which I use for underneath my eyes for powder. It is the absolute best. If you can get your hands on it, definitely buy one. And then this Dior Backstage Glow palette is my absolute favorite. It's in the shade Rose Gold, which was, I think, limited edition. I'm not really sure. A friend sent this to me because she didn't use it, so that's why I have it. And then I would definitely get this, the Intensive Artistry one from Pat McGrath, because it does help with shimmers. And so literally like any shimmer, glue, or wand, or mixing medium or whatever to help with shimmers is really good to have. And then this is my smudge proof eyeshadow base by NARS. So those are all of the makeup items that I would definitely repurchase, and I recommend to anybody who is starting out or it just wants to change up their collection. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you like and what you would want to see next, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!